once again, I'm thinking in terms not of just this election or even the next election in 2020, but rather of an entire generation of young people, the largest generation so far, the millennial generation, and the post-millennials, which is actually a larger generation than the millennials, although most of them are not of voting age, very few, maybe none of them. But what will we refer to a decade from now, 2 decades from now, looking back and saying, okay, this is the movement. Now, we know in the Republican Party, we'll say, there was a movement within the Republican Party that took over a large chunk of the Republican Party, and it was called the Tea Party movement. So 10 years from now, 20 years from now, do we say, okay, there was a movement within the Democratic Party that took over a large chunk of the Democratic Party. Its candidate, nearly won or did win. We'll see. There's still California and all that, but in any case, its candidate did very well in the 2016 election, and then that movement started, supporting the Zephyr Teashouts of the world, the Tulsi Gabbards of the world, the progressive Democrats, and that movement became a major movement within the Democratic Party. Now, it might be just fine to call it the Bernie Sanders movement, and going forward, you have people like Zephyr Teachout and others who are running with the support of Senator Sanders to call themselves Bernie Sanders Democrats. Just like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, before Bernie entered the race, people were referring to Elizabeth Warren Democrats. A lot of us, because it was shorthand for shares the values of. But a decade, 2 decades from now, Bernie might not be around. Elizabeth Warren may not be around or not in office. What is it called? And, naming it after a person, it's still, I speak at the Fighting Bob Fest in Madison, Wisconsin, at least every other year, it seems. And they're still remembering Fighting Bob La Follette, however you say it. And he was, that was like 1918 or something like that. A long time ago.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.